Hello, Black family. This is an article by EWN News. And it's talking about how the AU ambassador, the African Union ambassador, Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Quao, I believe I butchered her name, but it talks about how she's been fired as the permanent ambassador to the AU for America. The firing of African Union Ambassador to the United States, Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Quao, has angered thousands who are now signing an online petition demanding her reinstatement. Chihombori-Quao shot to fame when she demanded that former colonial powers like France return artifacts of 14 African countries that they held since the 1960s. A letter from African Union Chair Musa Faki Mahamat to Chihombori-Quao dated October 7 has been published online. And in that letter, I believe the beginning starts as I am honored to. He was basically firing her, but in the beginning he said, I am honored to, as a joke, or he's trying to be sarcastic in the letter. But I'm going to leave a link in the description box to that letter. It's understood that Chihombori-Quao will receive no explanation for her shaking. Meanwhile, an online petition started by lobby group African Diaspora Union attracted more than 10,000 signatures by Monday morning to have her reinstated. Dr. Chihombori-Quao was treasured by her African diaspora and was successful in uniting African people to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development. The petition reads, it further criticizes the decision to remove Chihombori-Quao without explanation. The questions are, why was she dismissed, or better, who benefits from her removal? Were African heads of states and governments consulted? Who called for the shot? Or is Africa and African peoples of African descent still facing debilitating effects of modern colonialization or neocolonialism? But there was a speech that she gave that after that speech, she was fired. And she talked about the Pact for Continuation of Colonization, the Pact for Continuation of Colonization in Africa of the 14 Francophone African nations. And in this speech, she says that it was once 85% of the bank reserves in Africa was held by the Minister of Finance in France. Now it's 60%. And the French government, they take the money in Africa and invest it in the French stock exchange. And they don't reveal any of the returns. These African nations, they give France $500 billion annually. Then if they want their own money, they have to pander to the Minister of Finance in France. And they have to submit proposals. And if the proposal is approved, they can only receive 20% of their money as a loan at interest. They can only purchase the Francophone nations in Africa. They can only purchase military equipment from France. France can invade these countries at any time if they feel their interest is not being served. And here is a video of the speech that got her fired. See, I watched this woman for quite some time, and she gives powerful speeches. She is very passionate about the development of Africa. So what does the AU want? Do they want someone who's going to tell it like it is? Because the truth hurts. Or do they want someone who's going to do they want an African Union ambassador to the United States who's going to make white folks feel comfortable? Because it seems to me that they want someone who's going to make white folks feel comfortable and not say things that white folks find offensive. Because in this speech, criticizing France, it got people upset. But she was telling nothing but the truth. Because if they don't want to be upset by what she has to say, then give African nations, give those 14 African nations their freedom. Then you have nothing to be upset by. But sign this petition online to get her reinstated. We need people. This position as AU ambassador is right for her. We need passionate people who are going to tell it like it is, who are going to educate the diaspora. So leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about this topic. Peace, family.